Holy, holy guacamole, what have you done? My StreamYard is a doing crap. I just don't get it. Okay, I'm doing a countdown. Countdown. Hello, it's Remain Calm here. Welcome to my channel where we talk about serious things, not serious things. We are nosy. We do what we want over here. But why not? Why not? Why not do and talk about whatever you want to on these YouTube streets? You have the right. It's our opinion. Our opinions matter, don't they, class? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that sound of applause there. Okay. Hey, I'm just messing around. Hey, Poppy. Hey, May May. May May, you almost got a whooping yesterday, girlfriend. Hey, Mr. A. Okay, only because this song's been stuck in my head all day. We are going to listen to this song. Now, it's not going to turn into a concert like it did last night, okay? But I love this song. We're going to listen to it, okay? And people in the bushes, come on over in here, hang out. We're going to talk about whatever you want in chat. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Whittaker family. We're going to get caught up on that stuff, okay? We're just being lax and lazy over here. I'm telling you. Tonight is just a mellow fellow night. Okay? We're going to have some fun. Even though we're going to talk about serious stuff, we're still going to have some fun. I am over being too emotional. Okay, this is a good song though, so let's listen to it. And I do sing, and if you don't like it, you know, you can turn off your earphones for 3 minutes. The song is about 3 minutes long. Okay, here we go. One of my favorites. I know it's got to be one of you guys' favorites too. And here we go. Through the Glass. Love that song. It was stuck in my head all day. Hello, Matthew Cunningham. Well, thank you. No, I don't think anybody told me they love me today. Only Mary. Mary told me she loved me today. And I was like, right on, bitch. You're pretty special too. I kind of like you, RC. It's like you're a part of me. I was like, no shit, girl. We think just alike. Oh, just being you, May May. I was playing, May May. You would like it too much. Really? Wow. Wow. Okay, cool. Cool, Flies. Flies. Yeah, I've got the article pulled up. I wanted to pull up a picture of the Whittaker family. Okay, there's one in this article. Hold on. Oh, wait, Timmy's not in it. Hold on. Wow. Okay, wait, that's Creepalachia's channel right there. Okay, we got Creepalachia. We got Creepalachia today. It is in my description. It's in my description box for this video. Remain Calm doesn't say it enough, but why don't y'all like, share, and subscribe this channel? She would really appreciate it. Girl, don't pimp me out. Why the fuck you pimping me out? You know, RC ain't got no pimps, baby. I work on my own corner by myself. I don't need no pimp. For real. Yes, May, I understand you only know how to do you. And you're okay. Oh, I wanted to let you guys know. And so nobody needs to freak out if little Deb comes in and she doesn't have a wrench. She's got a lot going on with her family right now. And I respect her so much by giving me a shout, letting me know that she's got a lot of real life stuff going on. And, she may pop in if she gets a chance, right? Yep, Lady K, no pimps allowed. No pimps. Heck no. They are not getting a take of nothing over here. Take the share out of my community wall. Okay, cool. I will do that. I will do that, flies. I had 2 other cases pulled up too. Okay, so on this channel, we have previously talked about a family called the Whittakers, where I became aware of the Whittakers when a channel called Soft White Underbelly, a feller by the name of Mark Leota. Hey, Josie. Did I miss saying hi to anybody? I apologize. I was really into the song. Yeah, I was dancing while I was singing and shit. I do that. I'm kind of weird like that over here, right? For sure. All right, what was I doing? Feel free to have a piece of candy, 420. I'm not a drinker, but you're all adults. You want a beer or maybe a little moonshine. If you do the moonshine, make sure you got natural spring water to chase it with. Oh my gosh. You can't get no healthier than that. To have a little beautiful natural spring water along with that little bitty nib of moonshine you're getting. That's like being in heaven. It truly is. I will never forget that experience in my whole life. Ever having that moonshine with that spring water. And I feel like this. When you're in certain areas, if they offer you a sip of their freaking moonshine, that means they like you. But you got to be careful, because if they don't like you, you may get really messed up and they might try to take your money or something. But I don't know. I didn't experience that side of it. Okay. I'm just putting out a little FYI. FYI. Everyone should take a leaf out of your book. Oh, thank you, May. That is so sweet. May with her magic words. All right. Let me come over to Flies. Poppy, will you drop Flies' link, please, darling? But no, what I was saying, and I got sidetracked like I always do. Dad's got a lot going on, but if she gets a chance, she's going to be popping in and out. And, we love Deb. And Deb worked her butt off over here. She did. We all know it. We seen it. We saw it. Okay, they're under your post. I am going to use your, oh, thank you, Flies. She's got my link over here. Okay, Lady K, I've been trying to watch you and some of the stuff you've been talking about. Flies has a lot of videos on the Whittakers and Eric Carroll and Patrick Rourke. Now, I'm going to use a couple videos of yours here. Do you have it on a playlist? Do you have it on your playlist? My mama don't dance and my daddy don't rock and roll. My mama don't dance and my daddy don't rock and roll. That's an old freaking song. I bet you know that one, May May. May May's like, she didn't even know who Paul McCartney was. I was like, girl, where you been? And she was like, no, I love the Pavarotti guy. What's his name, May May? The like opera singer dude? Thank you, Poppy, darling. Okay, let's go back. Okay, wait. Oh, here we go. Yes, she's got it. Blythe has it on a playlist. Who sang that song, Josie? I don't even know who sang that song. I don't remember. That's an old song, though. That is a really old song. All right. Check out the playlist over on Flies on the Coastlaw. You know what? One thing Flies does over there, and it's great. She does a good job, you guys. She will put the link, whatever she's talking about or what she shows, she will give you the link to find it. Because that's how she rolls. Lagging and Messina. Oh, Loggins. Kenny Loggins. Andre Bocelli. Before I get off here, May May, I will play you some Andrew Bocelli. I will. I've heard him before. I just heard him sing a Christmas song with his son. His son was singing. Okay, Flies, let's see which one I want to play. Okay, so we're just going to start with we're going to start with the playlist. Whoop, whoop. Fly's got it going on. I can follow this stuff real good. Okay, so Patrick Rourke started doing Facebook videos with Timmy Whittaker, who is the nephew of Betty and Larry Whittaker, the son of Lorraine Whittaker, and then we also have Ray Whittaker. Okay? This was the contract with Mark. Okay. With Mark? Who signed a contract with Mark? No, it's all right. I'm going to play this. Okay, so the Whittaker family is a family. I prefer not to call them inbreds, okay? But that's basically what they were classified as because of inter relationships, we'll say, right, in the family. So, oh, sorry, May May, Andre. Then, and I'm just telling you the players. Then there is a daughter of Larry. Did I forget Larry? Her boyfriend, you'll hear about him. You'll hear about all kinds of different individuals who basically, when Mark Leota from Soft White Underbelly did his contract with them, he had known them for years. 4 years. And we can get into that too. I mean, like I said, we've done a live on the Whittakers before, and it's pretty detailed. We talked about a lot of things, but also it's with Fly's playlist, it's easy to catch up on. Also, Lady K has been talking about the Whittakers too. Creep Alasha, I've got his video, and I'll pull that up because he explains a lot of what's happened too. So this is let's see what this contract is here.
I got the bank statements. I can tell you how much he gave me in 3 years. I added it up here, gave him $150,000. That's not counting what you get to other people in the family. Right. But I got the bank statements from there. You gave him $153,000 just for 2021. To now, it's $150,000. I don't know why Betty said that you don't give her no money when you do. Like I told Betty, yeah, you might fuss about spending money, but you always send it to her.
Yeah, I give her a hard time every time.
Every time,
but I always send it.
Yeah. You call this caller guy, he won't even answer our damn phone.
Well, I have no connection.
Okay, so this is Mark Leota. I am going to give you a rundown. I'm not real professional over here. We just hang out, enjoy each other's company, and talk about the topic at hand. The Mark Leota was a man who kind of traveled around, and he would go around. He was into photography. He would take pictures and different things like that. He was very good at it. He made a lot of money off of it, right? And so he was going through West Virginia or something, and a law enforcement official said, "You want to see something? I'll take you somewhere," right? He ends up taking Mark Leota to the Whittaker family. From there, a relationship that was built up for years, turned into Mark signing a contract with them to help them financially to buy a new home and different things that they needed. It reached hundreds of thousands of dollars. He raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, BJ, who you see here, is the daughter of Larry. Larry's sitting beside her. So they were constantly contacting Mark for the money, right? After BJ has addiction problems, okay? Addiction problems, right? I don't remember what I asked you, darling. For sure. Did we drop Lady K's link? Did we drop her link? And don't say you ain't got to do that. I know I ain't got to do it. You're special. I mean, you are special, but. So anyhow, BJ in her throes of addiction, there's addiction throughout that family. Her children even have addiction issues and different things like that, okay? Now, I mean, the area is odd West Virginia, right? So BJ ends up calling Mark and telling Mark that her father passed away and she needed the money to bury him. It was not true. It was not true. So Mark took his happy butt to odd West Virginia and pulled up on him. And Larry was sitting right there, very much alive. So Mark had to end that. Mark had to end the financial aspect of, taking up money for the Whittakers and things like that. He was done. throughout that time of Mark sending them hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we're talking about a matter of, I don't know when Mark set the GoFundMe up first for them, but anyhow, they blew through the money. They blew through the money, right? She just said she had the bank statement where he gave them 150 plus, and he was taking money out of his own pocket. Now, this is the thing. I know a lot of people think that Mark took advantage of the Whittakers. I never seen that at all. I never seen anything that he did that was taking advantage of the Whittakers. Kind of why I'm glad we're starting with Mark is because we're going to see that Eric Carroll, especially Eric Carroll, who is a Facebooker, right? He's got a Facebook channel or something called Dad Talk. I think it's Dad Talk or something like that. Hang on, I just missed Poppy's. I thought you said something to me, Poppy, and I missed it. Maybe I'm on YouTube and Facebook. So Mark cut ties with them. And I don't think that after that Mark was blowing them off. And I'm going to tell you why I feel that. After Mark was done with the money and everything with them, he still cares for the Whittakers. I mean, he's done with them, but he never wished any harm upon them at all. So after some time, there had been a couple YouTubers who went out there. They were being bothered by people constantly. So Patrick Rourke, okay. I will play this one more time. I'm going to slow it down a little bit, you guys. Let me slow it down. And yes, if you're new to my channel, I am a weirdo. I am. Low-level weirdo. Okay? Just to let you know. Just felt like you needed to know that. I just feel like you need to know I get a little feisty too sometimes. All right? Don't take it personally. Hey, and if you come in chat and you ain't been here for a while, and I say something like, girl, where you been? Where you been hanging around at? It doesn't mean I really want to know where you're hanging around at. You ain't got to tell me, okay? It's just something to say. It's like, welcome back. Welcome back to the corner, bitch. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Copyright disclaimer.
I got the bank statements. I can tell you how much he gave me in 3 years. I added it up here, gave him $150,000.
Yeah.
That's not counting what you sent to other people in the family.
Right.
But I got the bank statements from there. You gave him $153,000 since 2021.
Since 2021.
$150,000. I don't know why Betty said that you don't give her no money when you do. Like I told Betty, yeah, you might fuss about spending money, but you always send it to her.
Well, and see, remember, BJ has addiction problems. What you're hearing her say right there is Betty was telling BJ that Mark wasn't sending her any money. BJ wanted to let Mark know that. But then again, when you have family members who are in addiction, there's a point you have to say, I don't have any money. Right? I mean, that's just addiction verbiage. I don't have any money.
Yeah, I give her a hard time every time.
Every time,
But I always
you
send
always send it.
I always send it. Yeah.
You call this caller guy, he won't even answer a damn phone.
Okay, the guy in the blue shirt is Timmy. Timmy is the youngest out of all of them. Now, Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray all have disabilities. All have disabilities.
Phone.
Well, I have no connection.
We got into it.
I have no connection with that guy.
Paige is the one that did this year, and it was wrong to her. She's supposed to be Betty's friend. She shouldn't have done it. And like I told Betty, me and my daddy, we were the one that signed that contract saying nobody else would do that. Not her. It was.
Oh, so when Mark. Okay. So. Is Cotton Candy in here? Where's she at? Did I miss Cotton Candy coming in? I am lost. I am lost. If you're not in here, KK. Hey, KK. Hi, KK. What's up, girl? How you been? I haven't seen her. Well, I didn't know because Poppy dropped her link. Poppy, what are you doing? What are you doing, lady? But it's okay. I hadn't seen her on either. She's probably busy.
Me and my dad. If we was here, that wouldn't have happened.
Okay. So BJ and Larry signed a contract with Mark over him showing them on YouTube. So he hooked them up. Right? That's fine, Poppy. I'm just messing with you, girl. You know you're okay. Not a biggie. No, I hope she is okay. I haven't seen her around. But to be honest, I mean, I really haven't been able to really get on YouTube. I mean, I did last night, but I was messing around. Okay, so let's see if I can ground guide us through this. And Lady K and Flies knows a lot about it too. And I know Flies won't come up here. Lady K, if you want to come up for a minute, please feel free to do so, lady. Okay, so Mark had the relationship with him. Mark stepped aside. And all of a sudden, this guy right here, Patrick Rourke, let's get into Patrick. Okay, hold on. I will share it with you. All right, so let's say what Patrick was arrested for. Girl, I already got a bad name, Lady K. Girl, nobody, let me tell you. FYI, YouTube universe. No one can give Remain Calm a bad name. I already got one. I got more than one. We should say them all. Bitch. See you next Tuesday. OHAD. Math Head. Fenty Beauty. Yeah, Fenty Beauty. Can you believe that? Us good ones always have a bad name. They try to scare us over here. We don't get scared very easy. Okay, so Patrick Rourke. Let me find his picture. Damn it. I'm low budget over here. Oh, Crypt Keeper. Yes, that was my favorite. That was actually my favorite. That's the only nice fucking thing Ro ever did for me, was gave me the name Crypt Keeper. Oh, yeah. She called me a PEDO cheerleader. Who the fuck does that? For real. Who the fuck does that? Weird shit. I'm just saying. Okay, let me get a picture. This is Patrick. Oh, I'll get it. Hold on. Damn it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pull up his Facebook. Let's pull up his Facebook. Even though I don't use Facebook. Oh my gosh. Can you believe they're talking? This is crazy. Oh my God. That's so stupid. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, this is a really nice picture of him. Here we go. This is Patrick Rourke. Now, Patrick decided, being a kindly neighbor of the Whittaker family, that he was going to take young Timmy and make him a star. And he begins taking Timmy places. But I need to show you Timmy. Hold on, we're going to find Timmy. Give us a video with Timmy in it. Oh my God, that one was bad. That one was horrible. Are they still on here? Did he take them down? Did he take down all his stuff with the Whittakers? Is it not on there? That's weird. Creepalasha. Okay, this is getting crazy. How many freaking... What the fuck is that? Oh, that's his house. I am on his Facebook page. Oh, his page. Well, I am on his page. What do you mean go to his page? You mean that page? Oh, I love his dog. All right. Timmy Whittaker is a... What is he? 40 something years old? Here's one. That's him and Timmy. That's Timmy Whittaker. Now, like I said, the Whittaker family, Ray is, I believe, is Ray the oldest? And then you have 46 years old. 46 years old. Hey, and I suggest to people, go over to Patrick's Facebook and look at all this stuff. So, Patrick, being the kindly neighbor, said that Timmy would walk down around his house when he was working out in his garage. They kind of started buddying up. He started taking Timmy to different events, tractor pulls, and, you know, riding in trucks and all that other stuff, right? It goes Ray, Betty, Larry, then Kenny. Betty Whittaker is basically the keeper of the family. She told her mom and daddy when she was young that she would always take care of her brothers and sisters. And she held to that. She held to that. From what I know, Betty has had no children of her own, right? And please tell me if I'm wrong about that. That's the order of the ones that's been on camera and alive. Yes, because there's also siblings who have passed. A brother named Freddie and a sister named, was it Barbara? Oh, that's a good way to put it, Lady K. Lorraine is the keeper of all the secrets. Wow. So Betty has no children. So this is a family from Odd, West Virginia. They had been there their whole lives. All their family was there. Larry's daughter BJ has children. Some of them have children. And, you know, it's duly noted they have admitted their addictions, the ones that are addicted in that family. And it seems to be generational. Seems to be something happening that's generational. The addiction problems, right? But Betty never left. She stayed there and she took care of them. Patrick, out of the kindness of his heart, figures he's going to help them. Now, I don't think that Patrick, in his mind, felt like he wanted to do the same thing that Mark did. Because it would be different for Timmy and the family, basically, because he was using Timmy. He was using Timmy to bring money in for the family. Then he started taking the family to the store, different things like that. Just like Mark did. Just like Mark did. And why I say that, I don't think that Patrick was thinking about Mark per se. He was going by an outline that he had to have known that Mark was successful when he did it. The only difference is Eric Carroll and Patrick Rourke actually were paying themselves using the Whittakers. Mark did not pay himself, and Mark spent out a lot of money on the Whittakers of his own money. Sorry, I'm eating a chocolate chip cookie. I make cookies. I believe Patrick started out with good intentions. Yeah, and the money corrupted it. And so Patrick, he not only has Timmy on Facebook, but he also has him taking donations for cameos. So this is going on, and it's bringing money in. All of a sudden, and I don't remember who contacted who. So Eric Carroll, he's a Facebooker. He's got this dad talk stuff going on over there, and he decides that this is the way I remember it. Tell me if I'm wrong. He decides that he has seen Patrick and what he was doing with Timmy, and you know, he got real interested in that, right? Yes, thank you, Lady K. That's the way I remembered it. Hey, I'm 20. So they begin this relationship where, and this is my opinion, I'm going to give my opinion over here. Two messed up people with messed up minds looked at this 46-year-old man with kind of a mind of a, you know, there's disabilities there, and decide that they're going to share that boy. They're going to share him. You take him for a month, and you can use content, and then send him back here to West Virginia, you know, and I'll do my content. That's exactly what they did. Nobody's going to tell me any different. I watched them do it. It was freaking disgusting. They, you know, this 46-year-old looked at these people like they were his best friends. Now, Timmy knew Patrick longer than he knew Eric. It's weird because, and I got to show you Eric Carroll. I mean, that guy is like, ugh. See, now I'm getting feisty because I don't like that. I don't like that. They were going to share this boy to make money. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. And I didn't like it. But, you know, I can't reach through this monitor. If I could, there'd be people in trouble. Eric contacted Patrick through GoFundMe message. Okay, yes, let's get into that. Thank you. Because I never stay on track with anything. You guys know how my storytelling is. I want to ask questions. Okay. So, two grown men are having conversations basically about how to make money on social media sites using not only the Whittaker's names, but them, period. No one, I mean, they took advantage. They took advantage. And I don't care what anybody says. They can act like Eric's a good guy and he was doing great things for him. They may look at Patrick and say, oh, even though he got arrested, he was trying to do good things for them. No, they were not. No, they were not. And, you know, they came into the Whittakers' lives and tore a family apart without even a freaking blink of an eye. And Eric did it very quickly, in my opinion. You know, when he went to West Virginia, okay, the dude starts talking about having Timmy signed over to him. He had never put eyes on that family. When he did, the talk was of, I mean, I hope law enforcement looked at that. Okay? I really do. There's got to be something, some charges there. This stuff makes me mad. It really does. Because people need to see that the way that it really went down. Immediately, they took complete control of the Whittakers' lives. They started the filming. Eric was taking, okay, so Patrick had taken him to the store and to do a couple things or whatever. When Eric comes, he takes them, bowling. He takes them to get haircuts. He takes them to the store or whatever. And all the while, though, people are paying for him to be there, basically. Right? The dude's weird. The dude is weird. And what I believe that he does, this is, like I said, this is my opinion. If you look back at Eric Carroll, it seems like with his videos and different things like that, he's kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul, because I believe with the money that he was getting from the Whittakers, off of the Whittaker content, right? The money he was getting in that scenario was going to pay for a different project. You see what I'm saying? Yes, right, 120. Yeah, that's what I noticed. Was it just seemed like, that when, this is just the way it seemed to me, that when he was doing the shit with the Whittakers, he was using that for something else he was doing for his Dad Talk channel. That's the way I seen it. Now, is there anything wrong with that? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything wrong with that or not. The only thing that I felt was wrong about that was because it involved a real people, a family, right? It just wasn't like going out, in the middle of bumfucked Egypt and doing a video about freaking, worms or what the fuck ever. He knew he could make money off the Whittakers. He absolutely knew it. He knew it when he reached out to Patrick. Now, what I was saying about Mark earlier and Patrick, I don't believe really caring what, I don't think Patrick cared what Mark Leota thought of anything he was doing. But you bring Eric into it. And Eric, in his mind, and he says it on a video, it's out there, where he wanted Mark Leota to pat him on the back and tell him what a good fucking job he was doing. Right? Good boy. Right? So he wanted that recognition. He wanted that recognition. Yes, he took a trip somewhere and missed his flight. Yeah. Hey, and don't forget, I can guarantee you when he went on his little 3 or 4 day trip, right, to the Amish community, and the Amish said that they were going to build the Whittaker family a new home. I don't know if the woman's going around defending Eric, calling everybody liars, come in. Yes, you can. You can. Please do. Heck yeah. Yeah, I don't let. Yeah, don't let that person over here. Hell no. Let me tell you this. Many people will say because they may know somebody on social media and it may be, yeah, I knew them from 3 years ago. Guess what? You only know what you see. You only know what they show you, right? Unless you're psychic and you can see in people's houses. John Nash Foundation had a dude that built the homes. Well, all right, hold on. So Patrick, out of the kindness of his heart, we'll get back to his Facebook in a minute. They decide, Eric Carroll, Patrick Rourke, decide that they're going to have the Whittaker family sign a contract and stipulate things like they can't film with anybody else, and which wouldn't have been a big deal, right? It wouldn't have been a big deal. But they made it happen so fast that I don't think that Betty Whittaker really understood what was going to transpire. And I want to believe that they thought it was basically the same contract like with Mark. But Patrick and Eric, they were going to split the funds. It was going to be all of the Whittakers get a piece of the pie, then Eric's piece, and then Patrick's piece. The sad thing about that was because there's more than one Whittaker. They considered that the whole family. So, but Eric comes from, Eric comes and he gets down here and, he's just a weird dude. He really is. The sad thing about it is this family had never been apart their whole lives. They had never been apart their whole lives. Let me see if, because I know Flies has got a really good video in here. Okay, hold on. Here we go. This is another, oh, I don't know if that's Lady K or who that is. Hold on. Hold on.
I did too. I got the belt behind many times.
He was a working man, He worked in a mine.
Yeah.
So he got killer rock fell on him and messed up his back. And I remember he had to lay on a board.
Larry's talking about his daddy dying.
And then he wouldn't take him back to the mines, because he messed up his back.
Oh, he got hurt working in the mines. That's right. The coal industry is a big thing around here, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize that's a very dangerous job.
There's Eric.
A
I got
very,
a
very,
grandson working in the mine. I worry about him every day.
because they can get trapped inside there, right?
Yeah.
But I think there's something else called black lung
But
that they can get from the dust and everything.
Let me say this. As I would watch this guy talk to them, I think he truly believed that they were all just, something was wrong with them mentally. Yeah. Yeah, it's all came about the money. It's all came about the money. Most of mine are private if it's directly speaking of the family.
Thing.
yeah.
So your dad worked in that industry.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, I've seen almost every video and stuff on them.
That's all we done. We worked.
I was keeping up with them because Mark on Soft White Underbelly, he has a lot of content. It's really interesting. It is. It's really interesting. And he talks to many family members. Mark had been around for many, many years. Mark was around this family for years. And he let this family live. And he tried not to interfere with their life. Mark was good to them. Now you've got this guy coming in. Don't forget, you got Patrick, who's already dealing with Timmy. And like I said, Timmy, Patrick Rourke had Timmy doing cameos for donations, okay? Is one of the things he was doing. And he had a GoFundMe set up. When Eric became involved, he said, Patrick, stop the GoFundMe. He took the Cameo app and took it off a donation and started charging money for Timmy to do cameos with people. So that was the first thing, right? Then begins the starting of the channels, the Facebook, the YouTube, the TikTok, the whatever. I mean, many. Okay? They were bringing in some money. Mark didn't need. Let me tell you, this also upset me. I got to pull a picture up of all of them. I really do.
We burn coal, we burn wood, I helped my dad get coal out of the mountain up there. And I helped him got wood. We got a lot of wood and got a lot of coal.
Well, I guess that was how you stayed warm in the winter.
Yeah.
You had a fireplace. Yeah.
And
I'm
I
glad, buddy.
got a little black lung,
I'm sure.
working in it.
I'm sure.
Dried up coal.
Yeah. That's no joke.
That's no joke. Oh, shit. Okay, wait. That's over. Hold on, flies. This is one of the channels. You got music, girl. There's Timmy. There's Ray. How much was their memberships? Didn't their membership start out real high? Yeah, they're still making money. It's all about the money, money, money. Okay, like I said, I have talked about the Whittaker family before. You guys please go check that out. That was a really good good lab we did there for sure. For sure, for sure. I want to show you the whole Whittaker family. Anyhow, let's get back to Patrick real quick. So, hang on. Hang on, dang it. All right. $9.99. Oh, okay. All right, flies. All right. So Eric Carroll and Patrick become business partners as far as the Whittakers are concerned. Now, I can't say that there was anything wrong with the contract that they signed, but it turned into nothing but drama. Hang on, guys. All right, be careful. So Eric and Patrick Rourke, they begin this business venture together using the Whittaker family. Okay. Immediately, Eric Carroll becomes very unhappy with how the situation's going because he expected Patrick Rourke to be the one living down the street in Odd West Virginia from the Whittaker family to be doing videos with the family, taking them places, doing stuff with Timmy on his own, and Patrick broke his leg. Patrick broke his leg. Okay. Now, after Patrick broke his leg, guess what Patrick couldn't do? All right. Eric Carroll wants so much control over that family that he starts contacting Adult Protective Services, he says, to help the family. Now, granted, this is where a lot of people, I mean, I'm on the fence on that because not saying that the family was doing 100%, right? Betty was getting older. Ray was very hard to take care of. Okay. Lorraine had never been apart from her sister. Never. Timmy had never been away from Lorraine, his mom. Right? So to get them the help they need, and let me tell you this, I thought it was weird when he was trying to get them Social Security cards and stuff. That was weird to me. That was something that they could have got on their own. Cameos went down first. They were anywhere between 50 and 250. I'm telling you guys, they're probably still making money off of it. They're probably still making a crap load of money off of it. Okay. So It was crazy. They had security outside Betty and them's house. Said that he hired security there because he had a problem with BJ, Larry's daughter, the little person that's got addiction problems, you know, BJ. BJ, who went to jail for stealing copper, I think. You know, just normal addict behavior. If you got one around, don't leave them alone at your house for a couple of days. You'll come back, you won't have nothing. Passed it off, has never had Social Security card and didn't collect SSI. So Eric, who's not from West Virginia, of course, has to stay in West Virginia. So all of the individuals out there, out of the kindness of their heart, who wanted to help the Whittaker family and wanted to believe in Eric, gave a lot of money. I watched it go down. Me and Flies was in one of the chats and we watched it go down. And he was staying for, I mean, he stayed 1 week in an Airbnb. Then he got another Airbnb. I mean, that dude, fucking weirdo. Because people thought that he was really trying to help the Whittakers. Let me tell you, I ain't got a dog in the fight. I didn't have no reason not to like Eric. I don't care. So, oh yes, John Whittaker's in jail, isn't he? You're right. I remember, I thought did you tell me that? I heard that somewhere. I don't know where I heard it. Okay, so anywho. So, it all became about money. It all became about money. Nobody wanted to give them the money. Nobody wanted to give them the money. They wanted full control. They wanted control. You know, they were going to get a house for the Whittakers. They were going to make their life much better. You know, it was like Eric had these dreams of grandeur where he was basically going to, you know, build him a freaking nursing home. I mean, for real. Get him caretakers out there to help him. And I do believe that Betty needed that. I do. I do believe that Betty needed some help. She's getting older. Her health ain't great. So, you know, I can see that. It was the callous way with no regard for this family and how they, you know, he had no regard on this family. He didn't care. He didn't care. He didn't care what happened to him. So this is what I seen. Basically, Eric decides that he's going to stay on and on Adult Protective Services about the Whittakers. He was unhappy that BJ was around. BJ, who had been there her whole life. And yes, she has problems. But he was telling Betty and Larry, BJ's father, that if they allowed BJ to be around, that he was not going to help them get a house. He was not going to help them. They believed that he was going to help them get a house. He was going to help them. He was going to make them money. So I mean, that live was 3 hour, 1 and 40 minutes. Yeah, 4,000 in super chats. Yeah, 4,000 in super chats. Crazy. A lot of money, you guys. A lot of money changed hands. Using what's messed up is using a family. I'm gonna try to pull up pictures that Marks has under ballet. Let's see if we can pull up some pics from it. Pics of the Whittaker family. I think they're still out. Sorry, I'm one finger typing. Da, da, na, 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 na. Here we go. Why'd I go to TikTok? Oh, Mark's got this on TikTok. Here you go. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for playing this, but whatever. All right, this is soft white underbelly.
Hey, Larry.
Hey!
That's Timmy in the blue. That's Lorraine sitting there in the rocking chair.
Timmy. Hey, Lorraine. Good to see you.
Long time.
There's
It's been
Larry.
a long time. Have you guys?
I'm sorry. These anybody done to you, and I'm gonna tell the whole world I'm sorry what they done.
Well, I accept your apology. That's very, very nice of you.
Okay.
You doing better?
Yeah.
You look all right. Hey, Betty.
Hey, Mark.
How are you?
Hey, sweetheart.
I heard you had a heart attack. You doing okay now?
Okay. Hey,
There's Ray.
Hey, Ray. Good to see you.
Was coming in.
Hey, John.
He got happy heart.
That's the way Ray talked, you guys. That was the way Ray talked. Hey, Jamie. This is what made me mad. Eric kept going up to that house and giving Lorraine bags of freaking potato chips. Bags upon bags of freaking potato chips. And I had my heart attack. They told me not to be eating salt. I mean, seriously. Okay, is it in here? Let me find it. Let me find it, guys. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you got these ones. I should start back here. Eric is hateful. This dude is hateful. Hang on, I'll have to find it. Oh, there it is. I just found it. Hold on. Here we go. Is this it? Okay, hold on. I got to share it first. So he kept taking Lorraine. He kept taking Lorraine potato chips. Is this it? Hold on. Oh, wait. Ah. There's Lorraine. There's Ray.
Oh, thank you, Ray.
Ray. Will do, Jamie.
No.
Bless her heart. She loved Mark.
That's the most I've ever heard Lorraine speak. That's the most I've ever heard Lorraine speak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure.
Your heart?
Betty's heart.
This is
I think, you know what it seems to me, you guys? Because a lot of people can't figure out what she's saying. I think she was telling Mark that Betty had a heart attack. Right? Could she be telling, because Betty would have had a heart attack. Is that Mark's girlfriend that passed away? Can somebody answer me that? Rest in peace. I felt horrible for Mark. Mark's, I don't know if she was his fiance, his girlfriend passed away. Yeah, she had one too, yes. Absolutely.
my assistant.
Hi. We're making the Whittakers breakfast.
And let me tell you guys something. If y'all don't think that Timmy wasn't sweet on her too, yep. It's his assistant. It's his assistant. I thought you had one where Eric kept taking Lorraine potato chips. Didn't you have one of those? So Eric Carroll went on a tirade. He basically 20,000 questioned Betty about things that were going on at the home. He came out with claims that BJ was abusive towards Timmy and the family, and that anyhow, he didn't want BJ around anymore, right? At all. So he took Betty to the clerk's office to file a restraining order against BJ, Larry's daughter, the one with problems. He also gets an eviction notice for BJ and her trailer. He wanted BJ off of that property. Now, Was that stuff transpiring? I don't know. I wasn't there. So there is a court date set for the restraining order. I think they were going to give them 10 days and then they would have to go to court. Now, Eric is the one, making sure this stuff is happening. Well, in the meantime, he decides that he is going to travel to see about getting the Whittakers a home. So somehow he goes for a 3 or 4 day jaunt to, wherever to, find some Amish people who will build the Whittakers a home. Okay? Now, he had no money. He had no money. Okay? But he got his whole stay in West Virginia paid for with good accommodations. Gas money, go back and forth. He was being paid very well by people to do things that he said that he was doing for the Whittakers out of the kindness of his heart. People were paying him to do it. He wanted, they wanted, they felt that was the way that they could help the Whittakers without actually being able to go there to do anything, okay? Yes, clothing and meals. And believe me, I don't think he missed a meal while he was there, I can tell you that. Yes, Poppy, the heated floors. The heated floors. He was going to build him a home with heated floors. So, here's Tweaker Hands. This is what Eric thought about BJ. This is what Eric thought about BJ. Crazy. Crazy, crazy.
It's the biggest letdown I've just about ever been through in my life. They told me Lorraine wanted to see Timmy today. I agreed. He's been gone. He wanted to see his mama.
That is sick right there. I agreed. What does that mean? You agreed. He wanted to see his mama, and I agreed. Why would you have to agree to fucking anything? If he wanted to go see his fucking mama. What? And then I'm still mad that you would talk about a human being and sharing him with another man for content. I still say I wish you would have put Timmy in that car and took him to Georgia, because I would love to see what law enforcement would have to say about that, because that sounds like some kind of trafficking shit. I'm just saying, my opinion. Taking somebody to use them to work. Because Timmy is, what'd you say, Eric? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Oh, he's trainable, right? He's trainable, right, Eric? Law enforcement, remain calm here. Won't you check that out? I would appreciate it. I would appreciate that, fine sirs. Right? I'm just saying.
I get to the property. And as I'm walking up, I look at the camper and I see some tweaker hands in the camper.
He sees tweaker hands in the camper. I thought you didn't do stuff like that, Eric. How would you know what tweaker hands look like, sir? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, how you know what tweaker hands look like? He's seen some tweaker hands. Oh, put him in the corner with a bologna sandwich. I mean, that's what he said. He even said to Larry something about Ray. Training Ray for content. Who does that? He wasn't there. He was supposed to have been walking the property. This was after the tweaker hand video. Well, what he did was he took off for 4 days. You know, he was making people believe that he could work miracles and that within a matter of a short period of time, he was going to have a new home that was going to be built for Betty and her siblings. And as long as BJ wasn't around, he was going to do that. He was walking their property line. He wanted to know everything. He wanted to know acreage. He wanted to know everything. Now, I heard that at some point, I believe it was one of the Whittakers claiming that there was a camera set up in their home. Am I wrong about that?
In the window. Played it smooth. I bought him supper tonight. I've been spoiling them ever since I've been up here.
He bought him supper and he's been spoiling them ever since he come up here. This guy did not know this family. He came into this family, and within a matter of weeks, he took no time at all getting them to sign contracts, starting all these social media platforms, using their name. I mean, this guy, it was like he absolutely knew what he was doing. I got to give him that. He said, oh, yeah. I mean, but to me, he's acting like that they are only to listen to him. This weird guy said that Adult Protective Services told the Whittakers that he wasn't out to take them for a ride or anything because they watched his videos. He said they watched he got Adult Protective Services to watch his videos. And without knowing Eric at all, he says that they were Adult Protective Services told Betty and them that they needed to trust Eric. They needed to trust Eric. there's a long list of stuff that this guy has just over the top done. Yeah, he said they watched all these videos. That upset me because I'm like, I don't think the state of West Virginia is just going to be okay with handing, trusting anyone just because they watch videos. But see, he wanted Mark Leota to give him a pat on the back. When he took him bowling, when he took him to get their hair cut, Mark did all those things with them. He just wasn't down there for freaking weeks at a time. He was letting them live their life and giving them the money that was their money. And even if he knew that they weren't using it for what they said, it was their money. Now, Patrick Rourke, and we're going to get back to him because he was the one I started talking about anyway. Patrick took him to the store and stuff too. Oh, I get real this topic. I get so angry about it. Eric stated no one ever took him to do things. Mark took them for more places than he ever did. Yes, Mark did not ever shame them for their living conditions. Absolutely not. And you know what? You know what? So, I know that, Barbara. I know that, Barbara. I don't think what's that got to do with anything? That's what I'm saying. That's true. He may be next. You never know. Oh, I'm giving them both their due diligence over here, lady. For real. They both deserve a freaking roasting. You better believe it. A real toasty roasty. And I roast people over here. I sure do. I think they're both disgusting human beings. Think they took a family and did not care what was going to happen to the family. They only cared about getting themselves attention and making fucking money off of a family like that. But I don't, to be honest with you, I don't really give a shit. I don't know either one of them. Don't know either one of them. Better believe it. For real, for real. I don't care if she likes Eric. My people who come to my channel know. You ain't got to come in here telling me you love old Eric, okay? I'm good with it. You love on him all you want to. Patrick, too. Anybody loving on Patrick, you keep on loving on him. Okay? Remain calm, don't mind one bit. Love whoever you want. For real. But, hey, answer me this, lady. How does Eric know what tweaker hands look like? Can you answer that one for me? Since you know Eric. Let me know. I'm interested. I'm nosy. I want to know.
I hand the phone over to my buddy and said, keep the phone rolling.
Now, don't forget, he did this shit when he took off to go get the house built, talk to the house building people. The court date for the RO was missed. So Betty never went back to court to get that restraining order. Okay? She never went back. So Eric blamed that on them. Eric blamed that on them. And I need to find the video where he goes up on the porch and he talks to Betty like a dog. Yeah. So he blamed Betty for that, but Betty says he had the paperwork. So Betty wasn't even sure when they were supposed to go back. That Eric had that information.
And I'm not a confrontational guy, guys. I hate confrontation. But I already knew. And I said, who's in that camper? And Larry said, what you talking about? I said, who's in that camper? Nobody's in that camper. I said, Betty, who's in that camper? Nobody's in that camper. I said, yes, they are. I said, I saw those tweaker hands. I said, who is in that camper? They said, nobody. Well, then Larry starts going, well, you missed your court date. I said, no, I didn't. Court date's not until next week. Got 10 days. That's literally, appreciate it, man. It's literally why I'm away from my family right now.
Give me 1 second, guys. Give me a moment. Okay. I had to go get me another cookie. It is so cold. It is cold outside, y'all. It really is. Well, that's what I said. You want to know who's in the camper? Go knock on the door. I think one of the sad things is, too, he was saying, you know, all this stuff about BJ and stuff, and said that he had never even talked to BJ, and that was not telling the truth, Eric. It was shown you had conversations with BJ, and you acted like you had never talked to her. So, I mean, he's upset, you guys. He can't even talk. Hey, the mouse. Oh, don't cry. He is so full of it. Oh, he is so full of crap. You guys, they were flying a drone over the freaking Whittaker family's house and stuff. He expected her to go to rehab. Yeah, well, yeah. He told Larry, right? Isn't that how that went? He told Larry he wanted BJ's mother passed away, right? BJ's mother passed away. And, you know, that was Larry's wife, wasn't it? And there was no way that he was going to get Larry to do anything that he thought was going to hurt his daughter, for sure. Oh, yeah, he's a star.
Who's in that camper, Larry?
That's creepy.
Well, she's not in there. Larry, who's in that camper? It keeps going on. Betty, who's in the camper? I don't know. And then finally, well, I guess it's BJ. You guess it's BJ. You guess it's BJ. Well, then the story turns to, well, you missed your court date.
And you did.
Yesterday on the protective.
I think that maybe he shouldn't have went on his little 4-day vacation with his friends on the money that he was making off the Whittakers, you know, and prioritize the court date first. Right? If he was that worried about it. We're talking about a guy who only knew the family personally for a matter of weeks. Within days, he's talking about getting guardianship of Timmy. Not even knowing the family. Right?
Order. No, I didn't. The court date was 10 days from when I got that protective order for Betty. It's literally on Wednesday because I'm not going home until Thursday. That's why I'm here this extra time.
No, forget you were there extra time too when you tried to sneak around. This is what's messed up too. He tells them that he's going home. Okay? He tells them he's going home. He doesn't go home. He doesn't go home, and he's creepy, and he stalks the family to see what they're doing. That's creepy. I'm just saying. Don't forget, Patrick, he's still laid up with his broke leg. All right? Patrick's laying down right now. We'll get him up here in a few minutes. Okay? I can promise you that. Be Timmy's dad. You know, the sad thing with me is because I'm not even one to really bitches that he made a lot of money. I mean, good for him. There's a lot of people who can do things and make a lot of money. I mean, I'm not good at it. I mean, for real. There's a lot of us like that. I know, look, let me tell you guys something. I know a lot of people right now who are struggling and, you know, So people get a little angry when they see, we're just all poor right now. I mean, seriously. And I have friends that if I ever won the lottery, if I ever became a mazillion gillionaire, I don't even know if that's a dollar amount. That's my new dollar amount, a million gazillionaire. My friends wouldn't be struggling or wanting for anything. And that's the truth. But we all struggle. So, but I'm telling you, when me and Flies was in that chat and they made all that money within that short amount of time, I was like, wow, that's nuts. It was what he did to the family. The bottom line is the moral compass for me, is the moral compass. I mean, who would take, of course, Timmy needed to live a life. Timmy being the youngest, he was gonna, at some point, throughout his life, being the youngest, there's always a question on who would have took care of him, right? Poppy's in here, Flies. Poppy was in here. You can go look for it. I'm watching my chat. There's nobody in here anyway, Flies. We're fine. Girl, you go do whatever you gotta do. Nothing, Flies. Flies is gonna go look for a video. She didn't know if she was the only one in here. You're fine, Poppy. I knew you was hiding somewhere, lady. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I want to shoot. Flies is going to find that video I'm looking for. Okay. Let's finish up with Eric. I'm done with you, Eric. I don't like you.
Well, Betty's not supposed to be around BJ, neither is Larry. They're not even supposed to contact her. They go to jail. So I said, we got to call 911.
Now, Eric could have easily, this is the thing. He over dramatizes everything, okay? The guy over dramatizes everything. So instead of telling Larry, hey, go knock on the door, tell BJ to get out of here or whatever, he immediately calls 911, okay? He wants BJ gone. But the thing about it is, why would he have cared if BJ was really there or not? Because guess what? He left. He left for a number of days. He left for a number of days. Now, was Patrick supposed to keep an eye out? Probably. Because Patrick was still, even with his broke leg, trying to do different things with the Whittakers. And we will get to the bottom line. We will.
We got to call 911. We'll call 911. I tell them, there's somebody here in violation of the protective order. They get my name and they said, well, we got to talk to the person who is under the protective order, which is Betty.
But yet, when he calls 911 and says that there's a violation of a protective order, and they say, who is it? he tells them his name. He tells them his name. And they're like, no, we need to talk to the person who's on it. This restraining order against BJ and this whatever emotional game he was playing with BJ is what I believe was the downfall, the beginning of the downfall that tore the Whittaker family apart. Tore the Whittaker family apart.
I give Betty the phone. She walks away, goes inside. Comes back out, hands me a phone and says, here. And I walk over and they said, sir, there's nothing we can do. The protective order has been squashed. It was ripped up, basically. They're not allowed to tell me.
They're not allowed to tell him, but he's telling everybody that the restraining order was ripped up. So when he allegedly hired the security guard, was that supposedly when he went on his 4-day vacation through Amish country? Through Amish country, I wonder.
Just let down.
Timmy was already there. Amish chips isn't supper. That's not why you was away from your family. Larry said BJ reckon means he guessed. Dude there. What? Dude there's something. Too much to type about it. Yeah, definitely. I need to find that one. All right. So anyhow, let's just get to this, to what happened, and we'll finish up with Patrick like I started out. So Adult Protective Services had been contacted many, many times by Eric Carroll concerning the Whittaker family. He was telling them he was going to do all these things for them. He was going to make their life better. There was going to be monetary gain. He came in to, like I said, a family that for basically generations had not been apart from each other. Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine all had disabilities of some type. I do not blame anyone who truly wants to help a family like that in a way. I think it's horrible to use a family for monetary gain, knowing that you can make a lot of money off of these people. He wanted Betty, especially, to only listen to him, only basically agree with everything that he's doing and saying. He wanted Betty not to even discuss anything with her family. I believe all Adult Protective Services came. The other members of the family were there. They, Eric basically was not invited to sit in on the conversation, and it upset Eric because he could not get Betty by herself, okay, to have a conversation. The family got with Betty and said, we want to show you something. It's on social media that Eric is trying to tear the family apart, basically. Next thing you know, 3 ambulance. A crap load of law enforcement shows up to the Whittaker home to remove Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine. All 3 of them at one time. All 3 of them at one time. Let me show you this. I hate this. I believe this is the one. This is Timmy running to Patrick's when law enforcement showed up at their home to take his mother and his Uncle Ray and him. Timmy ran. It's sad. This is sad, you guys. It really is.
Moose! Come here.
This is horrible. This is heartbreaking, you guys. Timmy had never been away from that area. Timmy.
Timmy!
There he is.
Mama? What's the place doing?
This is after Eric Carroll and Patrick Rourke decided that they were going to take a family that they knew nothing about. I mean, Patrick went to school with Timmy, I believe, and so Patrick did know of the family. Patrick had just moved out to that area, I believe, and so it. So that day, Lorraine, Timmy, and Ray were all taken and ended up at somewhere. No one even knows where they actually took them. The state of Tennessee took control and custody of the 3 individuals. No one's quite sure where they're at. Of course, the state doesn't want to let anyone know where they were at. Now, the living conditions, there in the holler wasn't that great. The house wasn't clean up to some people's standards. Ray had incontinent problems, and And the only thing that also just stands out to me is the fact that Eric, especially Eric, wanted control of Timmy. Wanted control of Timmy. And last I heard, I believe he, at some point, was still trying to get him up until even last month, right? All right, let me tell you about Patrick. Okay. Hang on. Damn, my hand's shaking too bad. All right, let's check out what this article. And how do you become an agent? See, they were trying to make the Whittakers famous. And they tore their life apart in the process. West Virginia man became agent for the world's most inbred family, then kept donations sent by their followers for himself. A West Virginia YouTuber is accused of exploiting a group of people known as the world's most inbred family after allegedly asking their followers for donations, but pocketing the cash for himself. John Rourke, 47, was arrested on Friday and hit with a fraud and exploitation charges for allegedly taking advantage of the Whittaker family by promoting fake fundraisers through his social media accounts, according to the county. The Whittaker family lives in Odd, a rural community in the center of the state. They gained national prominence in 2020 when a YouTube documentary explored their daily lives. The members of the family have significant mental and physical defects, and many are nonverbal. Rourke acted as an agent for the family, filming content for them on his YouTube and social media accounts with his collaborator, Lawrence Eric Carroll. Collaborator. You know what that means? His collaborator. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. They collaborated together. Love that word. Collaborator Lawrence Eric Carroll. Prosecutors allege that Rourke also posed as a liaison for the family, giving his Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal accounts to people who wanted to donate to the Whittakers and collect over $10,000. So it must have been before. So he was taking donations on his accounts. And he collected over $10,000 that way. Rourke utilized their disabilities and shortcomings in life to produce social media content for monetary gain, and the West Virginia State Police said. Okay, so wait a minute, though. Okay, so a criminal complaint revealed text messages sent by Rourke to Carroll, in which he allegedly admitted he wanted to make money from the videos. So law enforcement has Patrick sending Eric text messages saying that he wanted to make money from the videos. Oh, he did an interview with the Daily Mail? Did you guys know he did a... I gotta find that. Hold on, where's my pen? Patrick Rourke, Daily Mail. I didn't know he did an interview with the Daily Mail. I'll have to check that out. Oh, well, oh, well. There's his picture in his orange jumpsuit. Rourke, pictured above in his mugshot, was charged with 5 counts of fraudulent schemes, 5 counts of financial exploitation of an elderly person or incapacitated adult, and 1 count of fraudulent use of a device. Now, I had that pulled up. I've got that pulled up. I'll tell you guys what that means, the device thing here in a minute. Because I pulled it up to see exactly what they meant by 1 count of fraudulent use of device. And it's basically I believe, like Cash App and stuff like that. Rourke was accused of exploiting the Whittaker family, pictured above. I am not going to call him that. Okay, that's Creepalachia, and he is talking about Patrick being arrested. Followers of the families long questioned why they were still living in poverty despite a flood of donations. Police launched an investigation into the alleged fraud in September, asking anyone who donated to the Whittakers to contact the department. Rourke and Carroll started playing the blame game, alleging that the other was responsible for the donations. Rourke previously told the Daily Mail that the donation money came in through YouTube and that he did not control the channel. Eric is the one that got paid for that. I didn't. I just have one platform, and that's my personal Facebook, he exclaimed. Yeah, he's always said that. Rourke accused Carroll of owing him money and pocketing over $100,000 from the family's YouTube account. Carroll hasn't been arrested in connection with the alleged fraud. He told the Daily Mail in November that he only received standard platform monetization for the YouTube videos and denied pocketing the donations. He said, I have ensured the Whittaker family will receive their appropriate share of the revenue. Maybe Eric paid for it? Larry, okay. So Larry, hang on. Here we go. Here, we'll watch this. Hold on. Commercial. Hang on, you guys. There's Ray.
But you guys all good? You said you go to the doctors. Your health's all okay still? Yeah, you're all healthy. You look healthy. You sound healthy. Yeah. Okay. Well, we just wanted to stand by and see how you were doing and just check, make sure you're okay.
Doing okay.
Yeah. Do you get many visitors, or is it mostly Mark?
Ready for my garden?
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's good. Yeah. And
And today, hey,
Yeah.
and mommy.
Oh, Lorraine's talking.
yeah.
Hey, today.
What, you want me to go here? Sorry, I'll do what you tell me to do. I'm not gonna.
People were just going up there left and right. Really? You can't find it? I thought it was on yours, Flies. I could have swore it was on yours. No, you don't have to look for it. I know I played it the first time I talked about the Whittakers. I played it. So Larry Whittaker accused Patrick and his collaborator of taking off with cash and donations that were meant for the family when they talked to the Daily Mail. I didn't realize they talked to the Daily Mail. I hadn't been keeping up. The family homestead has several rundown vehicles and property, including a trailer and an outhouse. So what's wrong with that? That trailer burnt down. Didn't this trailer burn down? Carroll said in a statement that he was cooperating with law enforcement and proactively reached out to police. The Whittakers are entitled to their share of certain revenue generated from social media content, he added. However, the family told a different story when previously approached by the Daily Mail. Larry Whittaker angrily called Rourke a lying fucker and said the content creators pocketed a lot of money from them. When asked how much he believed he was owed, he said, I have no idea. There was a lot of money, but no idea. As far as Eric, he said, as far as I know, Eric got it and took off, then that's all I know. Patrick got some of our money. I don't know how much. Larry said that Rourke and Carroll were collecting money to build them a new home, but the plan never came to fruition. Okay, here's Betty. There's going to be a commercial. There's going to be a commercial.
How you're doing, and where Timmy and Ray and Lorraine, where are they at the moment?
What are you doing?
Sorry?
Welfare people come and got them.
The welfare people came and got them. Right. When was that?
About 4 or 5 weeks ago.
4 or 5 weeks ago. And have you been able to see them since?
No.
You've not been able to visit them or anything? And what did the welfare people say when they came to get them?
They said their house was dim and they couldn't live in it no more.
They couldn't live here no more. Why? Did they
I
say
don't know why.
Okay. Have you spoken to the welfare people since? Have they said when you might be able to see them?
No.
Betty, when they took the family, when they took Lorraine and Timmy and Ray, Betty was not allowed to see them no more. Oh, okay. So that was BJ's trailer that they just showed? I don't know. I get the trailers mixed up. He said they didn't do it. They took the GD money and left, he added. Rourke, pictured above, previously denied the accusation against him to the Daily Mail, pining the responsibility on his collaborator, Eric Carroll. Here is a type of family tree here. Definitely check that out, you guys. It kind of shows you where, you know, the family dynamics is in that tree. Rourke previously explained in a YouTube video that he grew up in the same community as the Whittakers and had known them since childhood. He later bought a house down the street from the family in Odd, according to property records previously seen by the Daily Mail. Rourke and Carroll started filming the Whittakers last June, posting content depicting the family grocery stopping and working around the home. They even set up a Cameo account, which allowed fans to pay for personalized messages from their favorite creators. Rourke was charged with 5 counts of fraudulent schemes, 5 counts of financial exploitation of an elderly person or incapacitated adult, and 1 count of fraudulent use of a device. He was booked into the county jail on a $150,000 bond and has yet to enter a plea for the charges against him. I'm kind of confused because is he still in jail? Is he still in jail? They took advantage of this family. That's the bottom line to it. And it was just sad that that, you know, someone just took because they wanted control of a family that they didn't know. But like I said, you kind of sat on the fence with it because you know that yes, Betty needed help. Betty was getting older. It was harder and harder for her, to take care of different issues. And I truly believe that Larry played a big part in handling Ray. I think Larry pretty much, was going to handle Ray, and Betty, handling Lorraine. And I think Timmy did a lot on his own, for sure. There is a video out there when Eric goes up on the porch and talks to Betty and them in a way that I thought was just so horrible. So horrible. But now Patrick's in jail. We will absolutely be finding out if Eric Carroll will at any time be charged for anything. But once Eric didn't get what he wanted, he started coming out and just saying horrible things about the family. It was, this is just the saddest case to me. It is so sad. And even at this time, Betty still hasn't been allowed to see any of her brothers and sisters, or her sister and her nephew and her, and Ray in the condition that he was in. I cannot imagine them getting him on that gurney and putting him in that ambulance and knowing that they're taking Lorraine too. And we seen how Timmy reacted when he ran to Patrick's. He didn't know what was happening. All he knew was they were taking his mom. And then they came to Patrick's house and took Timmy. And I will see if I can find that. So I don't disagree with Betty needed some help. I don't disagree with that, but I just think that there wasn't a second thought about this family. And he's got a lot of videos with Timmy. That's what was sad, because Timmy loved Patrick. I mean, for sure. Patrick was getting money to work on his house. Got a beautiful dog. He's got a lot of content with Timmy, for sure. Timmy thought that Patrick was his friend, and I think it started out that way, and I think money got involved, and sad situation. Damn, Timmy, now I'm hungry. But yeah, go check out Patrick's Facebook page. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff in here, but here's one of Timmy. Oh, he's playing music. Timmy thought he was one of the boys, you guys. I don't know. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. All right, I won't keep you guys on here much longer. But I do want to let you guys know, and I'm just letting you know this in case you don't see me on here for a couple days. All right. My StreamYard's due, and I will pay it when I get paid from YouTube on the 21st. So if you don't see me for a couple days, that's why. Because I don't know if they're going to not let me come on, and I think they should. I've been a customer long enough. I think they can just leave me alone till I pay it on the 21st. I paid it on the 21st last month, but I didn't go live for a couple days, remember? I had to get some files and stuff off of it first. If they shut me down, I'll be back. I can promise you that. I just don't like saying stuff like that to people, but I figured I'd let you know. That way you guys aren't like, that bitch RC. I hope she's not sick again because she goes away for days. Yeah, he did, Flies. Patrick treated him like one of the boys, and they would go hang out, and Timmy was having a really good time with Patrick. But basically what they're trying to say is that Patrick, instead of this is probably from when he first started, right? When he first started, girl, I just had the Rona. I'm not getting sick again. I am tired and not feeling good. For real. I am. I'm tired of not feeling good. I mean, if they're talking about on his Venmo and stuff that he made 10,000, that's pretty fucking good. Make 10,000 on your freaking Venmo and your Cash App and stuff. So, oh, Matt. Oh, Matt's been a member for 12 months. Dang, Matt. Sending lots of prayers, as always. As always, mister. It's always good to see you when you pop in. That's a long time. A whole year? That is a long time, Matt. For sure, for sure. Patrick, okay, so it seems like Patrick, maybe before Eric got involved and had him take down the GoFundMe and switch everything over, Patrick was getting those donations on his own. Are you kidding? Wow, that's great, Matt. That is great. I keep up on Facebook. I really do. It's weird because I'm not a Facebooker, but I always keep up on what's going on. That's fucking awesome. That is so cool. Congratulations. I bet he's excited. He's probably ready. That's cool, Matt. I'm glad. I am so glad. God is good, isn't he? He is a good one. For sure. It's very, it's cool that you guys, share share with everybody what's going on. It really is. Yes. Good things. Good things. So yeah, Patrick got busted, but he's got a collaborator named Eric. So, I mean, that's a specific word right there, collaborator. But we have to realize too that there's a lot of content where donations were being given and people would specify with the donation, right? People would specify that this is a donation. Well, Eric in turn would say, oh no, we're not taking donations yet. When individuals who were donating thought they were donating. And Eric was saying, no, not yet, but yet they had already begun to donate. So a lot of that content is gone. A lot of that content is gone. So will they ever have an exact maybe dollar amount? I don't think so. Now, I know with the, the social media platforms, of course, they're going to be able to prove exactly how much was made through those, and people sending in super chats or super thanks or whatever and all that. That's easy to access. But what they would have to do is if people were sending money, let's say to Patrick's Cash App, right, which was intended for the Whittakers, then the individuals that sent those Cash Apps or Venmos would have to let law enforcement know that I provided that through Venmo or Cash App for the Whittakers. Because you can go on somebody's Cash App and anybody can send money through Cash App. So, you have to, in the long run, prove that it was for the Whittakers. A lot of people send Cash Apps and stuff, and they don't say what it's for. They don't say what it's for. So it's a little easier to, if you send something, people say gifts or whatever, that's just something that they do. So yeah, I mean, it's just, always at the end of a life, never when they was coming in. Well, like I said, I really don't run around trying to knock people who know how to make money on social media. I think I would love to know how to make money on social media. I'm just not good at it. I'm just not good at it. Sure, have Venmo. I don't know anything about Chime either. Venmo's pretty easy. Venmo's kind of just like Cash App. Is all that is. I wouldn't even have a Venmo card. Todd's the one who set up my Venmo card. So I don't know anything. All I know is money comes on it and I can spend it. That's all I know. So yeah. So I think for me, it's just the way that he went in there only knowing the family for weeks, expected them to sign over their rights to Um, a boy who'd been there his whole life. He didn't know any different. And of course, Timmy was excited, right? Hey, Army vet. Of course, Timmy was excited. Patrick was hanging out with him, taking him places. They were doing things. Eric came and was letting him stay at the Airbnb. Timmy never even had a bed of his own. At 46 years old, he slept with his mom. But it kind of, how can someone who does not know a family go into it making the family out to be horrible people? Just because he wanted control. I think they're both wrong. I think they're both wrong. And I really, really hope law enforcement looks at the whole, I know that they're only looking at it monetarily. But Patrick's mom didn't bond him out. I thought Patrick's mom bonded him out. Yeah. I'll pull this. This is just a little article thing that I pulled up about the access device fraud. A person commits an offense if he uses an access device to obtain or in an attempt to obtain property or service with knowledge that the access device is counterfeit, altered, or incomplete. The access device was issued to another person who has not authorized its use. The access device has been revoked or canceled, or for any other reason, his use of the access device is unauthorized by the issuer or the device holder, or publishes, makes, sells, gives, or otherwise transfers to another, or offers or advertises or aids and abets any other person to use the access device, knowing that the access device is counterfeit, altered, or incomplete, belongs to another person who has not authorized its use, has been revoked or canceled, or for any reason is unauthorized by the issuer or the device holder. Oh, there's so much more. Right there. Basically, that's what he's getting in trouble for. That is one of the charges against Patrick. It is. Yeah, they're in state care now. Yeah. Well, that's the thing about it. Like I said, you ride the fence on it. I, of course, it's just the moral compass part of it for me that without the blink of an eye, it was so easy for a person to put themselves in a family's life that they really didn't know, and didn't hesitate to tear that family apart. And I could never realize why Eric, he began to get so angry at Betty. And then if Larry would tell Betty that something didn't seem right, Eric got very angry about that. And then it was, well, we'll get rid of Larry too. We'll get rid of Larry too. I don't think let me check because I didn't think the link came through. Do you think that he could just be, do you think that he could just be, they just didn't take him out of the system yet? Yeah, I'm glad they're getting looked after. I agree. I totally agree. I'm glad they're getting looked after too. For sure. All right, I'm going to give you guys 20 more minutes and then I'm going to get off here. I do have 2 cases. Well, like I said, if I don't see you guys tomorrow, I'll be back on the 21st. Promise. There's 2 cases. What I'll probably try to do, if that happens, I just don't want you guys worrying about me. I promise I'll come on my Facebook and keep everybody updated. And I will go into my YouTube comments because I don't do that very often. And I'll give you guys some links to some cases or try to touch base with you that way. Just until then. I mean, like I said, I'm only telling you because I don't want you guys to, you know, worry about me. So I promise I'll keep up. I will. For sure. There are 2 cases I want to talk about. I don't know. We'll just see how long they let me get by with it. We're going to ride the storm out over here. We are going to ride the storm out. We should play that song. We will. Why not? REO Speedwagon in the house. REO. Just because Eric hasn't been arrested and charged, charges not filed, doesn't mean charges aren't coming. Absolutely. They could be different charges where he lives in Georgia and not West Virginia, Georgia, or feds might file. Well, I mean, like I said, it just seems to me like, especially with Timmy, I would think that they would have enough. I believe they would have enough to get Eric on a couple of the same charges. A couple of them. So I guess we'll just wait and see. I guess we will. All right, I'm going to play this REO Speedwagon. I am going to play REO Speedwagon. Why? Because I can. I can. You know, it's so funny. Half of my stuff, I don't monetize it because I'm a shit talker. I am a shit talker. All right, don't come into chat and say I'm not. Okay, don't tell me I'm not. I already know I am. I don't have a problem with it. Grand jury may have a hard time to get to Eric, but they could be collecting more. That is very true. Very true. Well, I think that it would I really do believe that if there's got to come a point in time where people who are taking advantage as like for the Whittakers, Okay, look, I think with me, it's a little different. You see people on social media, you know, needing help with bills or whatever. People help creators, whatever. It happens all the time. That's a little different to me than someone who is inserting herself into a family that they know the individuals have disabilities, and in the guise that they're helping this family, they're gonna do all these wonderful things for this family, and they're not. It's things aren't the way they seem. Things aren't the way they seem. People make money however you need to freaking make money, okay? But please don't use a family and tear it apart to do it. Not like the Whittakers. It's just wrong. It is just wrong. And I can guarantee you, if Eric wouldn't have come along, I don't think Patrick would have had a problem doing what he was doing. I don't think there would have been a problem with that. Not at all. There was money being spent on the Whittakers, absolutely. Boy, that's a long song, isn't it? That is a long song. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. There's always one that gets arrested first and more follow later down the road. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I just hope nobody does that to a family again. It's just wrong. It is just wrong. And, you know, when Mark walked away from it, that really wasn't a big issue either, because Mark still would have stayed in contact. The only problem was Mark lost his love of his life. And, you know, it affected him. So he stepped back. I mean, he had completely stepped back. He didn't know anything about it. But it was a big deal that Eric wanted acknowledgement from Mark. He wanted Mark to acknowledge what a good job he was doing. You know, I've seen... I won't even say it. I think that's why Mark's back also. I don't know. All right, let's listen to this tune. Why?
With USAA Safe Pilot, I can save when I drive safely.
With USAA Safe Pilot miles, I can save.
If you're facing
one more,
early stage
and then I'm
non-small cell lung
ready to get off here,
asking
you
about a treatment
guys.
plan with Keytruda, given
For real. Oh, cool. Karaoke, Tattooed Angels. I will pull that up, Matt. I will check that out. The last place I did karaoke, he membershiped it. I'm like, dude, why are you membershiping me singing karaoke? I never. Oh, what if she don't like me, Matt? I don't know if that's somebody who likes me or not. I don't know. I don't like getting yelled at. I don't like getting yelled at. Okay, I got it though. I will subscribe to that channel, Matt. I will, sir. I will check her out. I will. I will. I've been on here a little bit too long, though. My voice is just getting fried. I sang a lot last night. I sang for like 3 hours like that. I think I've actually met Rebel one time, maybe. Maybe one time. But I will check it out. I will try to pop in. For sure. I will do that. But yes, I will keep you guys posted on my little thingy thing. I'm going to you missed what? What'd you miss? Night, Poppy. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you, Flies. Thanks, everybody who popped in. I think it's just very important. If you guys get a chance, go check out Pies. Go check out Flies' playlist on the Whittaker family. Go check out Lady K. Those are my main two go-to people for what's going on with the Whittaker family. You know, you guys can, they'll keep you up on that. Yeah, well, I had the Rona. I had the Rona, Marie. I sure did. So, last prednisone tomorrow. That's why I've been so jittery and stuff. I'm about out of my skin. And I've been eating and eating and eating. I want to freaking eat everything in sight. For sure. But I needed to gain some weight anyway, so I don't mind eating. For sure. For sure, for sure. Matt, I am so happy for you. I want you to know that. I am so happy for you and your family. That's just a wonderful thing. Him getting out of there and getting home. For sure. For sure. Only beautiful thoughts headed that way. For sure. No, you're good, Flies. I don't know. I just end up playing music and stuff. I can't help it. I can't help it. I love listening to music. I do. I can imagine, Matt. Like I said, I've been following on Facebook and just not can't be an easy thing. Yes, I heard about Benny's baby. Benny and Prayer Garden having a baby. I heard all about it. I thought Prayer Garden said she was an old lady. But you can still have a baby. They are still talking about that Dee Dee lady. What? Holy guacamole. Well, rest in peace, Dee Dee. Rest in peace, Dee Dee. For real. Yeah, that, I subscribed, Matt. It popped up for me. It popped up. I will try to pop in. I love good karaoke. She said she was young. Young at heart, maybe, huh? Oh, I was going to look for Benny's baby. Benny, Benny, where's your baby? Benny's had a baby with Prayer Garden of America. Hide your... Oh, you don't have to hide anything. Let's see. It's not on Benny Keys. Where's it at, Benny? Benny and the Jets. Benny. 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 Oh, here it is. I got it. I'll monetize this one when I take the music back out of it. I got to start monetizing my stuff, y'all. Got to get back on the swing of things here. I've only got until, I'll never make it till the 21st. I'll never make it. Hey, I heard that. I probably need a little hot toddy myself. I probably need a hot toddy myself, Matt. Oh, Lord.
I just got this little rascal to sleep. Oh, you didn't know? I'm here to dispel the rumors.
Oh, my God. Benny, you're so silly. Benny is fun. He can be so funny.
PG is my baby's mama. Except for our baby was born with teeth. Yeah. It's a 12-pound bouncing baby boy. Oh, it tore PG up one wall and down the other.
Is its name Benny Bible? Bible Benny? Bible Benny? Benny Bible? We'll call him Little Benny Bible. We'll call him Little BB for short. Hey, how's little BB doing? We'll call him LBBB, Little Bouncing Baby Benny. Bible. Benny Bible. How's Benny Bible, everybody? Bible Benny. Hey, Jack.
If you guys want a Cash App, don't Cash App her. Cash App me. I have full custody. We're trying to get the little joker off the cigarettes. She'll be back to true crime in no time. And the reason you'll never hear a baby in the background at her house is because it's at my house.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You can find my Cash App in the description of my channel.
That's so funny. He is hilarious, you guys.
I'm just here to dispel all the rumors. We never thought we'd conceive. PG is a feisty gal, let me tell you. That broad has the libido of an 18-year-old. Anyways, stop Cash Apping her. Cash App me.
Hey, Benny, I'll babysit for Cash Apps. I'll babysit little Benny Bible for Cash Apps. Maybe I'll have him tomorrow night. Let's just pass little Benny Bible around. We'll all babysit. We all love babies. We'll all babysit. Tomorrow night's, no, let's wait. Okay, give me a few days and then I'll babysit, okay? If you want to babysit little Benny Bible for Cash Apps, just put your name on the list, okay? I will put up a list, little Benny Bible babysitting list, okay? And then you can just go down the list. And then, you know, when it's your night, then you can get your Cash App, okay?
Have a good
day. He is fucking hilarious. He really is. He's crazy. All right, I'm getting my butt off here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being around. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys so much. I do. I love hanging out with you guys. Everybody is so much fun. We just have a lot of fun over here, for sure. When it's my night, everybody will be broke. Hey, you ain't, girl, that'll be my night too. That's the story of my life. I'm broke all the time. I don't know why they wouldn't. I hope, I don't know. I'll get it taken care of though. You guys know me. I'm a freaking super trooper. I figure my shit out. I always figure my shit out. And, you know, it doesn't hurt me to, if I have to take a couple days off the YouTube streets, you know, because I'm on here because I want to be on here. And I love hanging out with you guys. So I've always said this. When I started my channel, that's me. That's my responsibility. And all my friends are broke bitches, and I don't mind that. I love my broke bitches. I would rather hang out with my broke bitches than anybody else. For real. That's just the way I am. That's just the way I am. I love you just the way you are. Don't go changing to try and please me. I love that song. I just want someone that I can talk to. I love you just the way you are. People are like, bitch, we're glad when you go away for a couple days at a time. For sure. All right, I do got to get off here. I got to take my medicine. I got to take my nightly medicine. And no, it's not any freaking substance you can cop a buzz off of, unfortunately. For real. Got to take the old ticker medicine. But I adore you guys. And please pray for the Whittaker family. You know, Timmy Ray and Lorraine's been away from the house long enough that, you know, I'm sure that they've adapted to wherever they're at. I just, you know, it's just such a sad situation. And unfortunately, there are many people in the world like that. What, ma'am? Guess who it is? Where are you going to show your butt? Are you going to show them your butt? Get your butt off of there. Oh, my God. Move your butt. There's perverts out there. Don't be showing them your butt. God. Freaking cat. Freaking cat. She's funny. I love you. They love you. Go ahead, look at them. Go ahead, look. Hey. Hello. 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 Are you fucking ignoring me? You bitch. You bitch. I love her. I love her. She's a good cat. All right, getting my ass off here. Go have fun. Do you be you. Matt, thanks for inviting me over to karaoke. I will try in a few minutes come in and say, hey. Can't guarantee you I'm going to sing a song. My throat's pretty messed up after being on here for 3 hours. But I figured if they ended up making me take a couple days off, I might as well get my money's worth out of this shit. I'm just saying. So thank you very much. Dev, I hope your family's doing okay, darling. I do. Prayers for everybody. Go have some fun. Have fun. I mean, every once in a while, take a night off the drama stuff and, you know, go have some laughs. It doesn't hurt to laugh. I would rather laugh and sing than be doing any other thing for real. So, peace out, you guys. Thank you so much. Check out later.